Hey guys, what's going on? This was not actually a planned video, but after some of the stuff that happened today, I figured why not? This is a good topic to go over. Um, I'm not doing a review today. I'm actually talking about something that happened today. Uh, I just want to kind of air it out and get your guys' opinions. Tell me what you think. Uh, so I I ride a Harley. I ride a Harley as a daily driver. I take it to and from work uh, any day that the sun is shining, as long as it's not raining. Um, this morning, I was on my way to work. I got off on my normal exit, and actually, before I even go that far, we are in Phoenix. In Phoenix, it is legal to lane filter. Um, if you're in California, my understanding is it's still legal to lane split. Lane split is on the highway or any other road, and you can literally drive in between cars at full speed, da da da. That is not the case in Phoenix. Phoenix, you can lane filter. Lane filtering is, and I may not have all of this exactly right, but the gist of it is this. You cannot do it on the highway. You can do it on the streets, provided, if I recall correctly, the pace of traffic is below 15 miles an hour or at a stop. So if we were stuck at a stoplight and I was 4 or 5 cars back, or however many, and we were stuck at a stoplight, I would legally be allowed to drive in between cars to get to the front of the line. The reason for this, they're saying, is because of, I guess there's been a lot of accidents where motorcyclists get rear-ended and then smashed into another car. So if you can get them up to the front of the line, less of a risk of that happening, which is true. Typically speaking, I do not lane filter. I will wait in the lanes, and I don't typically have a problem with it. I do check my mirrors all the time. If I see something coming, I should be able to get out of the way, or move or whatever. Um, this morning, I got off on my exit, and when I get off on my exit to get to work, I have to make a right-hand turn. So this morning, I'm in the right lane, and I have a car in front of me that's going straight. No indicator that they're turning or anything. I have my turn signal on and I'm beside them. Now this is, like I said, I don't typically lane filter. This is where I lane filter. I have to make a right-hand turn. The person in front of me is going straight. So what I normally do, and I've been doing this for years, is instead of waiting in that line to make a right-hand turn when everybody else is going straight, is I will ride the curb or ride the shoulder of that lane to get past everybody so I can go ahead and make my right-hand turn. That way I'm out of everybody's way. I get to make my turn. I don't obstruct anybody. I don't slow anything down. Nobody's obstructing me. Everything's cool. This morning was quite a bit different. I've never had this situation. I hope to never have it again, but with the way drivers are, I wouldn't be surprised. So this morning, I had the car in front of me. He's going straight. I have my turn signal on. I'm right behind him. I notice he's going straight. I go to ride the shoulder to get past him to make my right-hand turn. As I go to get into the shoulder, he cuts his car over right in front of me so that I can't get past. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he's blocking me. I had to stop, obviously, and then I wound up having to go to his driver's side. Meanwhile, as I'm going to his driver's side, he has his rear window rolled up. He's flipping me the bird and acting like I've done something wrong. It's legal for me to lane filter. That is technically a lane filter. I'm just filtering on his passenger side. I'm not in his way. I'm not in any danger of hitting him. and I'm on the shoulder, so I can go ahead and make my turn. That way I'm out of the way of the rest of the traffic that wants to go past me to go straight. So I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of videos, not people I know, but I've seen videos where somebody's on the highway or somebody's on the street and they cut off a motorcyclist, and the motorcyclist comes back and breaks their mirror. I'm not opposed to it. I didn't do it today, but it was definitely something I thought about. This guy flipping me the bird for just trying to make my right-hand turn so I could go to work. Meanwhile, he's doing who knows what to go straight, but he felt that even though he needed to go straight, he felt that he needed to obstruct me from making my right-hand turn. I don't know. He did not follow me. After I made the right-hand turn, I went to work. He did not follow me. So he was definitely not making a turn. There was no reason for him to cut over in front of me. There's certainly no reason, when it's legal for me to do this, for him to give me the bird as I'm coming up. Now I have to come up on his driver's side. And while he's flipping me the bird, I'm trying to explain to him I am within my legal riding rights to filter through so I can make that turn. The other option would have been to, instead of go on his right-hand side so I can make the right-hand turn, the other option would have been what I wound up having to do, which is go to his driver's side and literally fit between two cars. So now I'm actually sandwiched between two cars, and I'm sure that if I had tried to lane filter that way, he would have pulled to the left to try and close that down and would have either pinned me into another car or pretty close to it. So I just want your guys' take on it. If anybody wants to give me feedback, I'd greatly appreciate it. I know I wasn't in the wrong. Like I said, I know a bunch of people. I know a bunch of people that have had situations like this where they get cut off, and it's a dangerous situation. You know, people like the guy I dealt with today that intentionally cut me off. Those are the people that get people on motorcycles hurt, if not killed. I was within my rights to go onto the right-hand shoulder so I could make a right-hand turn when he's going straight. I didn't do anything wrong there. I didn't break his mirror. I did have to yell at him because he kept his window up. I had to try and explain to him that I'm within my legal rights to filter there so I can make the right-hand turn. It's just aggravating, you know. I see, and I know motorcyclists have a bad reputation. A good portion is some riders are assholes. Last week I was riding home on the highway here, 6:15, 6:30ish, and I was probably in the middle lane on the highway, and we're 4 lanes wide, 5 lanes, 4, 1, 2, 3. We're 5 lanes wide. So I was in lane 3. So I'm literally in the middle of the highway, and I'm cruising 75 miles an hour, and I see in my rearview mirror, I see a single headlight, and it's coming towards me, but he's on my right. Well, I get about 2 miles down the highway, and now I notice he's in the same lane as me, and he's still coming up fast. Like I said, I'm doing 75. This guy's doing at least 90. I had pulled over into the, again, I'm in the middle lane of the highway. I'm in lane 3 in the highway, and I'm on the left side of that lane. I'm riding just inside of the stripe. And this guy's got to be doing 90 plus on a full bagger Harley, and in the same lane as me, he passes me and then zips to the next lane to the left, so lane 4. Again, not something I would do. Passing somebody in the same lane, I hate the idea of lane splitting, like what they are allowed to do in California. I hate that. It's super dangerous. Rush hour traffic or flowing traffic, doesn't matter. Somebody makes a move, doesn't signal, whatever. Super dangerous for bikers. I don't do it. I don't recommend it. I hate that idea. The lane filtering makes a little bit more sense, but like I said, I don't even lane filter. But this guy on another bike is literally doing 90 and passes right beside me in the same lane as me. Jackass, asshole, whatever you want to call him, that it pisses me off. But that's not how I ride. I ride for fun. I ride to get to and from work. I don't want to say I ride for a purpose. I don't ride for any clubs. I, it's it's my Harley. My leather is completely bare. I don't have any patches on it. I've got one or two Harley patches from when I bought the bikes. They're not on my jackets. I ride because I want to. I don't have anything to prove. I don't have to go out like a bat out of hell. I know there's a couple of YouTubers that record all their rides, and I might start recording mine. One for instances like today, and two just because sometimes when you go out, you wind up on a nice ride and there's some cool scenery around, or something cool happens right in front of you that you never would have thought, and you're happy that you caught it on camera, whatever. I might start recording mine. I don't know, but there's the guy Max Wrist. Him and there's two or three other guys. I know there's a Instagram page of just motorcycles running from cops. And Max Wrist, not somebody I know. Honestly, with the way he rides, not somebody I would want to know. He is posted so many videos of him doing big triple digits on the highway or on the streets. He's done a bunch of videos of him getting into accidents. He's done videos where he's gotten into accidents, totaled his bike, and then you look at it and he's blaming the other person for him getting into the accident, when for the most part it was him doing something stupid. He's got a YouTube channel. He makes plenty of money. I'm sure he doesn't care about the insurance, and he makes, I'm assuming he makes good money off of his viewers from YouTube, to where he can put together a new bike or buy a new bike whenever he wants. Cool on him. But that's not the way that I ride. I honestly, that's the people that I know that ride, they don't ride that way either. I don't have a death wish. I don't need an adrenaline rush. I just ride normal. If we're driving down the highway in my Mustang or in my F-150, it's 75. That's the pace of traffic. If I'm on my Harley, it's 75. It's the pace of traffic. I don't need to do triple digits to have a good time. Just being on the bike is fine by me. But yeah, I don't know. This one really got to me. It's a dangerous situation. It could have been worse for me. It could have been worse for him. I could have overreacted. He could have overreacted. It's just, the way people react, and I don't know, this guy could be having a shitty day. He could have had a bad situation with a biker, however long ago, that just gives him a bad taste whenever he sees a guy on a motorcycle. I don't know what his deal was. Personally, I don't care, because when you intentionally cut somebody off, and this was definitely intentional, because he was stopped and then moved to make sure I couldn't move. So definitely intentional. When you intentionally cut somebody off, and this isn't the first time I've been cut off. The last time I got cut off, I was cut off in motion. But nevertheless, when you cut somebody on a motorcycle off, it's dangerous. You're going to get a dent in your car. I'm not just going to wreck my bike. I'm probably going to get hurt. You have four doors, you have walls, you have a roof over your head and everything. I have nothing. What keeps me alive, and I've told my wife this, and she thinks it's funny, but it's true, because I told her, I treat everybody on the road like they're a fucking idiot. And I told that directly to my wife. I told my wife, I don't care if you're in front of me, you're behind me, I'm treating you like you're an idiot, because it's the best way for me to stay alive. And my wife respects that. My wife understands that. And she knows that I don't really mean she's an idiot. But in order for me to stay alive, in order for me to protect myself, that's how I have to ride. I have to ride like everybody is stupid, like nobody knows what the hell they're doing. And being on a motorcycle, I see it on a daily basis. People doing stupid shit, and they do it right in front of somebody on a bike because they're not looking, because they're not listening. Anybody, anybody that gives a shit at all, I would. What's the word I want to use? I'd like you to try something, especially if you got kids, because if you got kids, it makes it easier and it makes it a little bit more fun. We've been doing this with our kids for a while. We've actually been doing it for years. Every time we get into the car, and my kids are old enough now to where it's just, they just kind of recognize it now and they look. But every time we get into the car, especially if we're going on long trips, if we're going on road trips, if we're going up to, if we're going up north to Flagstaff or you know wherever we're going, if it's especially if it's going to be like an hour or more, we play a little game in the car. And there's a reward to it, which is what makes it fun, but it also keeps the kids active. So anytime we go anytime we go on a trip that we're going to be in the car for a while, we play this game. And what we have to do is we have to look for motorcycles on the road. The motorcycle has to have a rider and it has to be moving, given that it's not at a stoplight, of course. If you see a motorcycle parked in the parking lot, it doesn't count. But the deal is, if somebody in the car points out 5 motorcycles that are riding down the road, they get a candy bar or something to that effect. My kids have been playing it for years, and we do it. We do it all the time. Me and my wife, we were going up. We didn't go up to Flagstaff, but we were going up towards Flagstaff. It was about an hour and a half drive, and even on the way up there, it was just me and my wife, and I'm joking around, pointing out motorcycles, like, I get my candy bar, I get my candy bar. You know, just for fun. But my kids actually play this game, and my wife and I came up with the game because it teaches them to look out for people on motorcycles, so that when they start driving, they will look for people on motorcycles. So that when they're driving, they're not cutting a motorcycle off because they didn't see them, because they're not paying attention, because they're not looking, because they're oblivious to the fact that there's motorcycles on the road. Out here in Arizona, one of the great things about Arizona is you can ride pretty much year round. It doesn't get too cold. Like, I hate the cold. I'm from the cold. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Indiana, and I hate the cold. Out here in Arizona, I can ride pretty much year round. There's not a day that goes by that gets too cold where I can't make the ride to work. Now, if you're talking a 1 hour, 2 hour ride and it's cold out, I might bitch out on that and say, you know what? Nah, I'd rather not. But the ride that I have to and from work, I can make that ride every day of the week, with the exception of whether or not it's raining. If it's raining, I don't ride. But I know plenty of people that do. I've been caught in the rain, not gonna lie. It wasn't my intention, but I've been caught. But I would encourage all of you, especially if you have kids, please play this game. Please play the motorcycle game in your car, especially if you're going on long trips, because it will teach your kids to be aware of their surroundings, to be aware that it's not just them on the road. And I think that's one of the hardest things, especially in today's society, is so many people are so self-involved and self-engulfed that they're not paying attention to what's going on around them. The guy this morning was certainly paying attention to what's going on around him, because I was trying to go around him and he cut me off. He stopped me. But that's kind of the danger, you know. People don't understand. Yes, there are assholes, there are jackasses that ride motorcycles. There absolutely are. I'm not going to say we're all saints because we certainly aren't. But there are a lot more good riders, just like there are a lot more good people. There are a lot more good cops. There are a lot more good this, that, and the other than there are bad ones. But I still would highly, highly recommend that you guys, especially if you have kids, start playing this motorcycle game for the kids, for yourselves, and for the bikers. Like I said, there's a lot more good ones than there are bad ones out there. I know there's jackass riders. They pass me all the time, doing 100 for no reason other than they want to go fast. They need an adrenaline rush, whatever. And they're either going to get stopped by the cops, they're going to get a ticket, or they're going to get in an accident. And when you're going 100 miles an hour and you get into an accident on a motorcycle, more often than not, it's deadly. So whether it's a careless motorcycle rider or someone that doesn't react in time because the motorcycle is going too fast, it doesn't matter. That's why I would highly recommend, whatever word you want to use. Start playing the motorcycle game with your kids, because it's going to teach them to be aware of their surroundings, and whether you think it does or not, it actually will save a lot of people. It'll save a lot of accidents. It'll save a lot of damage, and it'll save a lot of heartache. I'm lucky enough to know some people that have gotten into accidents and survived. Luckily for me, I don't know anybody that got into an accident on a motorcycle and died. I want to keep it that way. I also want to keep it that way for myself. I don't want to get into an accident, whether it be for a stupid reason like today, or because something just bad happened. I do seriously go out and I treat every driver like they're an idiot, because that's how I stay alive. That's how I stay safe. But it would help all of us, not just the bikers, but the people that are in their cars. It would help all of us if we all had a little fun, participated in a game, and I mean, what the hell? Buy yourself a candy bar. Buy your kid a candy bar because they were paying attention. That's kind of the thing for today. I mean, like I said, we play this game with my kids all the time, and they love it because they think they're gonna win, but they still haven't figured out Daddy doesn't let anybody win. So I'm also driving the car most of the time, so I'm paying attention on the road a lot more than they are. They got their phone, they're on their phones, and then they hear something rumbling. I'm like, nope, I already called that one. Oh man. Daddy gets a lot of candy bars, but my kids love playing the game, and I know when they grow up and they start driving their cars, they're going to be looking for motorcycles. And when they're looking for motorcycles, they're going to be safer around motorcycles, and the motorcycle riders are going to be safer around them. So, I know this channel is not that popular yet. I don't know if it ever will be, because I'm doing videos at random. I still have some stuff that I want to go over, but I haven't gotten to it yet just because of the time of year. I'm going to do some reviews on some stuff that I've got, but we're not there yet. Yeah, my office is a mess. But thank you, any of you, for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to give me feedback, please give me feedback. If you think I'm an idiot, one, because I ride, or if you think I'm an idiot because I was trying to make a right-hand turn, you can let your voice be known. It's not going to bother me. But I wanted to get that off my chest and let everybody know, because sometimes you don't think about stuff, and sometimes you're not put in situations where something comes up. This is a situation where I didn't think I would be involved in it, but I was. I'm not going to say I was a victim of it, but I was involved in this situation, and this is how it is. Um, but if you guys want to leave your 2 cents and leave your opinion, let me know what you think. Also, if you have anything else you would like to talk about or like me to talk about, like, I don't know. I'm pretty open-minded, so just let me know, and I'll try and start making some more videos so there's some more stuff to talk about and more fun stuff to get going on. So that's all I got for tonight. Thank you guys for listening. Hope it wasn't too long-winded. But like I said, I wasn't even planning on doing this video tonight. This was just impromptu because of what happened earlier. So, yeah, I think that's it. So, we'll talk to you later. Bye.